The U.S. Supreme Court has held that a public official must obtain a search warrant before entering private property, citing specifically the need to do so before a code enforcement inspection. See Michigan v. Tyler, 536 U.S. 499, 504-508, 1978. While there are exceptions, such as if exigent circumstances exist, the warrant requirement is the foundation of search and seizure law, and will more often than not control a citure or trademark symbol S actions in code enforcement. Article 18.05 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure allows for the issuance by a magistrate of an administrative search warrant, which allows for the inspection of premises for the purposes of code enforcement. These warrants are required before entrance onto private property, even if the purpose of the search is to collect purely visual, photographic, or other evidence from private property. However, if the inspection may be done entirely from public property, no warrant is required. Protections against warrantless search and seizure are heavily guarded by both U.S. and Texas courts. Thus, cities should strictly adhere to the process of obtaining administrative search warrants, absent explicitly designated exceptions. To protect your city from a potential civil rights lawsuit, all code enforcement checks should follow these processes to ensure proper code compliance in a lawfully protected manner.
So the specific reason that I'm posting this is the fact that I had a conversation with the code enforcement officer who was here prior, about a week, to this police officer showing up at my residence unannounced to do a code inspection. The code officer informed me that the city has an ordinance that allows them to enter your property whenever they please without announcement for any reason. This is just not true when the Supreme Court has already ruled that they must have a warrant to enter your private property and that they are only allowed to take photographs and gather evidence from a public right-of-way if they don't have that warrant. Today I spent several hours going back and forth between the Code Enforcement Department and the Mishawaka Police Department, trying to find out who this officer was in the unmarked car, who dispatched him to come to my home, and why he was there trying to enforce a code inspection. I was told that the police department had no dispatch sending this officer to my home, and I was also told by code enforcement that they did not send any police officers to my home. For whatever reason, the officer was here doing a so-called code inspection and taking photos of the property and then left. I will continue to dig into this and try to find out exactly why this rogue officer was here and exactly what the purpose was and who sent him. This is a horrible waste of our tax dollars, and it is total intimidation upon homeowners to send police officers to a home to do a so-called code inspection. We will continue this when we get more information and let you know what the outcome is.